Good afternoon. Rail traffic across southern Alberta has ground to a halt. About 800 CP rail workers in southern Alberta and southeastern BC have joined their counterparts from across Canada in a strike over working conditions and proposed pension cuts. Terry Vogt reports.
At the CP rail yards near Colehurst, workers have been walking the picket line since midnight. The strike involves engineers, conductors, train and yard workers, as well as rail traffic controllers. The union has agreed to keep big city commuter trains running, but the majority of CP rail trains have been parked.
Well, I just heard from the business reports coming in that the Potash Corp, the coal mines, and the farmers are screaming right now. So everything's shut down with the railroad except for small work trains that the managers are manning.
The workers say this strike isn't about money. They say it's about work rules, proposed cuts to their pension, and reduction in retirement health benefits.
They have a net profit last year of $584 million. So we believe that they are a viable company, and they shouldn't be taking it all on the backs of our members.
It's about family, life, time off. We just don't have it.
Engineer Ben Cummings is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. He normally makes 3 trips a week, 10 hours each way, with a 15 to 20 hour layover in between. He says he hasn't had a scheduled day off this year and is concerned that proposed contract changes will make things even more difficult.
You know, we're putting in 70 to 90 hours a week away from home. What other industry has to work that with no scheduled days off?
I'd have to say that that's mostly what everyone wants around here is just the quality of life at work, you know, just to have time at home and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
This strike involves about 800 workers in southern Alberta and southeastern British Columbia. And in this region, the biggest impact will be on rail freight. Things like potash, grain, tanker cars have all come to a standstill. Terry Vogt, CTV News, Lethbridge.
This afternoon, CP Rail announced that it was laying off 2,000 workers because their work wouldn't be required during the strike. The company says that could grow by another 1,400 employees if the dispute drags on. Labour Minister Lisa Raitt is already taking steps so the government can be in a position to pass back to work legislation. But the federal New Democrats say they're looking at ways to hold up that legislation. And speaking of trains, an unbelievable story is emerging from the East Kootenay. A drunk Crow's Nest Pass man who had passed out on some train tracks just outside of Elko somehow stumbled away without any serious injuries after being run over by a train Sunday evening. The train conductor sounded the horn and hit the emergency brakes when he saw the man laying on the tracks, but the train couldn't stop in time. CP Rail employees found the man under the 26th rail car without any serious injuries. RCMP say the guy woke up, grabbed his beer, and headed on his way.